Okay.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Monday morning chat. Today is March the 8th, Monday, March 8th. And spring is springing up everywhere, and our businesses are growing like crazy. John Ward is a wonderful example of that. Good morning, everyone. We're so happy to have you here to join our roundtable chat. And this is a time where we get to come together and share our love for these products, our enthusiasm for these products, share our stories, our testimonials, and ask questions. And just the usual disclaimer, LifeWave products do not claim to diagnose, treat, or prevent any disease states. So when you speak, when you share your story, please share symptoms only, how you were feeling before, what patch or patches you used, and then how you're feeling now. So I am going to open it up. Is anyone chomping at the bit to share right now a story, a testimonial, or a question?
And just one moment, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody because we've got so many people. We got over 30 people on the call this morning. And so everyone, when you want to speak, just, at any time, unmute yourself.
And Kay has her hand up. All right, Kay.
And you'll have to unmute yourself too, Michelle.
Oh, okay, Kay, I see your hand. And
Thank you, Michelle.
Okay, go ahead.
So we figure we must have started these patches a month ago because we both just ran out of our X39s this morning. And I had an amazing thing happen. I wanted this product because of back pain and spasms. And within a few days, I was 80% out of any kind of inflammatory pain and spasms. But the other night I went in to go to bed and I realized I always grab a CBD cream to put on my sore wrist. So the backstory is both my husband and I went to a doctor to have stem cell injected in our wrists because they were so sore, but we are so much bone on bone. He said neither of us were a candidate. So he went ahead and had surgery on his wrist 2 years ago. But I saw the pain he went through and the fact that he couldn't use his hand for 8 weeks. So I decided not to have surgery, just live with it. So when I went in on Saturday night to reach for the cream for this inflammation in my wrist that's so severe, I suddenly realized I have no pain anymore. Absolutely 100% gone. And I wasn't even thinking about my wrist getting better. So I'm pretty jazzed.
Thank you, Kay. That's one of those woo-hoo, all 5-star reviews. Yay, that's awesome. I mean, the fact that you guys weren't even candidates for stem cell injections and our amazing X39 patch just lets the body do what the body does best. So.
Oh, and I might say I've never even tried IceWave. This was all from X39, and also I have been on Eon every day. So I think that's worth mentioning since it's such a good anti-inflammatory.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kay. What a great start. Who is next on our wonderful call? We look forward to hearing from you. Who would like to share? Oh, I see Carrie. Okay, and by the way, if you have a question, it's really helpful since there's so many of us. I can't see everybody on my screen. I only see like half of the people. So if you have a question, go in the bottom right. It's under reactions, and there's a place to raise your hand. So and then when you're done speaking, then click to lower your hand, because otherwise I may not see you. So I did see Carrie waving, but do you have a question or share, Carrie?
I have a share.
Okay, please. Yes.
Okay. So first of all, thank you everyone for having me. I couldn't be more new than, I'm not even certain how I landed on this call right now. I am brand new to patching, and I had a toothache. So I had them delivered like on Thursday, they came, and I have a tooth issue. So on Friday, it like flared back up. And I said, well, here we go. This is a good time to start. So I put IceWaves on my tooth. I'm making this story real short for y'all. And within 5 minutes, the tooth pain was gone. So I did go to the dentist, and there is something going on, but the pain was gone, is the first point I want to make. Then I, for the first time ever, put X39, right back there. And I have a long history of neck and back issues and shoulder. I have 5 herniated discs in my neck. I was actually using it thinking, oh, it might help with the tooth. And as I'm exploring, well, today, for the first time in literally months, I washed my hair with 2 arms. Like, I just went up, and I haven't been able to lift this right arm in forever. So I think this is like pretty serious, really fast out of the gate. Then I started Googling. I seriously don't even know how I'm here. It was like 10 minutes till, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to join this call and reschedule my work for an hour and say hello. So thank you for having me.
Welcome, welcome.
Carrie, you are so welcome. Oh my goodness, we're so happy to have you. And that was definitely, there's no accidents. You know, your angels or whatever. There was some force that caused you to look up and check this out today. So we're so happy you're here. And welcome to this wonderful, supportive community. And there's a couple more hands. Now, Kay, your hand is still up. I don't know if you still have another question or if you want to.
I do have a question.
Another one? Well, let's go to.
But I thought you wanted to do testimonials first.
Yes, well, let's do Anne Marie and John first, and then we can come back to you, Kay. Okay, Anne Marie, please go ahead. You need to unmute, Anne Marie. You need to just unmute yourself.
Anne Marie, you're talking away and we can't hear you. There you
Anne
go.
Marie, there you go.
I'm
Now.
I'm on a tiny iPad because my hard drive crashed in my brand new laptop. So trying to get used to this. But anyway, 8 days it'll be back. So I have a good friend of the family who's 28. I think some of you have heard part of this. He's 28, was in a bad auto accident, serious, very bad, about 7 years ago. So he's on a feeding tube in bed, can't move, and can blink his eyes and not talk. Just sad. He was a sports guy before this. And so he's just laid up, and his parents are real holistically inclined. They go to mainstream just minimal for what they have to do, but they've been doing cranial sacral and all this. So he started on the brain protocol, the CAT protocol that Dr. Nicholas gave me about 2 months ago, the EON, the energy enhancer, the glutathione, and he is now having more expression in his eyes. When he sees a video that's funny, you can tell he's laughing inside. He's processing his dreams at night. Somebody sits up with him all night, and he's making like movements, his face movements, so they know he's dreaming, and processing some things. And what else? Oh, he can stick his tongue out now when the nurse comes to do whatever, sticks his tongue out. So it's pretty amazing. They're thrilled.
Beautiful.
Wow, that's a beautiful story, Anne Marie. Thank you. Thank you. We're in awe every day. I know when I joined LifeWave, Robin told me I get to hear miracle stories every day. And
Yeah.
we're so blessed.
Amazing. We are.
Thank you, Anne Marie.
Uh-huh.
So you can put your hand down just by going back to, thank you. All right, John, go ahead, John.
All right, good morning. So mine's a little more lighthearted. So I think I've told you I've been wearing these patches since June of 19, and it's allowed me, I haven't run in 5 years. I ran my last marathon in probably 12, and then a couple of half marathons. This be the 6th week, and I'm training. And so yesterday was my long day, and I pushed it, and I ran 5 miles. And I do wear the hat protocol when I run, and I would usually wear, before I go to bed at night, I put Ice Wave on the bottom of my feet. I woke up today and I should have been hobbling, absolutely zippo, like just maybe a teeny bit stiff, but that was it. And, you know, it's going to allow me to, in the fall, to do what I wanted to do, is run another marathon before I turn 70. So I'm thrilled. I mean, the sports performance and the recovery is like nothing I've ever experienced. And I literally believe I can run my best time ever. I'm starting to believe that, and it's just these last 2 weeks when I was convinced that I could run it, because when I first started, there was a big question whether I could even make it through the training to do it. So I'm thrilled. I'm just absolutely thrilled. I believe that my biological age is in the mid-30s.
We are cheering along with you, John. Woo! It's so exciting. And we all know the power of the mind, right? Those of us who listened to Marilyn King last Friday, very, very powerful, how our mind influences our body. But now we have the power of the patch in addition to the power of our minds. And we all know that LifeWave patches help influence our thinking as well, our consciousness and our joy level, our sense of well-being. So
Yeah,
John,
you certainly need your mind at mile 22.
yeah, you do.
That's when you really need it.
Oh my goodness. Inspiration, John. You're an inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kay, go ahead.
Okay, first of all, John, are you willing to share your age so we share your testimonial?
I'm 68. I'll be 69 in May.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So the question I have that came into my office this morning and personally is, does anyone have a protocol suggestion for runny eyes and nose and congested sinus that go with seasonal allergies? Is there any way to prevent this or treat it, or not treat, but not mitigate the symptoms?
Robin, go ahead, Robin.
And yes, Dr. Karen Kan talks about using Eon on the sinuses, and then once they're drained, is putting them on the side of the sinuses, and then once they're drained, putting it up on the third eye, the Eon. But I would do a search on YouTube for Karen Kan's YouTubes. I don't know if you've done that yet, Kay, but she's a wealth of resources, being a medical doctor, an acupuncturist, and a world-class athlete. And she's been with LifeWave for a very long time. And she really offers a lot of protocols. And a lot of other people do too, but I really trust her because of her background. So I would do some research, but the sinuses open up with Eon apparently on the sinuses. And then when the drainage is done, put it up here. Try it.
I appreciate that. And I did hear her on the call with that, but mine is just runny eyes. And I wondered if there's, I don't know, what do we do for eyes? Because
well, X39 is designed to, if anything is, not functioning at full equilibrium, what do we say? It brings our body back to homeostasis, is what all the patches do. So some people put X39 on an eye mask and sleep with it.
Oh,
And
thank
so
you. I appreciate that.
you might want to try that and see. Anyone else have other ideas?
I'd like to add to that, because I have problems with my eyes. Either they're dry or they're runny, like yours, Kay. So what I found helps is I took a carnosine and I cut it in half, and I put half on each side.
No.
And I wear it either during, not a good idea.
Never, ever, ever cut a patch.
Never
Ever.
cut the patches.
Ever. Ever.
Oh,
I'm
thank
sorry
you for
to interrupt, Sarah, but I don't want people to go on that track. It's really important. You ruin the patch. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. It's
Yeah.
actually worked very well.
Well, use one on each side and take half the adhesive off and use it twice, but don't ever cut the patches. You spoil the integrity of the patch.
Right.
Oh, thank you for telling me that.
Yeah. And I hope everybody knows that. I'm sorry to jump in so intently.
No,
but
that's wonderful to
I
have.
don't want anyone to think that they can use, yeah. Okay.
So
good.
what is it, Dr. Sarah? You said you used carnosine. Carnosine? Yes, carnosine. And just to clarify or to further what Robin said, I actually shared with a friend of mine and one of my distributors, and I said, use half the patch. And I said, take half the backing off, but he didn't hear that. I just said, take half the backing off. And like a couple months later, he said, I'm using half the patch. I said, you mean you're taking half the backing off? He said, no, I'm cutting it. And I said, no, the same thing that Robin did. No, just take off half the backing, use it for 6-7 hours. And then the next night, take off the other half. And it's because they're good for 12+ hours. So, but never cut. Did you have anything else to say, Dr. Sarah, before I bring on Zena?
Well, I could share a story of mine that's amazing. I do yoga every morning, and the other morning I pulled a muscle in my back and I was in absolute agony, and I was hobbling around the kitchen, and suddenly I said, why am I allowing myself to experience such pain? I've got Ice Wave. So I went and put on an Ice Wave, and immediately the pain lifted. It was just incredible, and it didn't come back. So it was just pretty stunning for me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Sarah.
Beautiful. And I just want to follow up on the carnosine because Kay's quite new. Carnosine is made in the eye. And for people that have eye challenges, they use carnosine. I mean, I wear carnosine on a sleep mask because I got an early diagnosis of one of those things that happens to people as they get older. And so that's been a powerful tool also. Yeah. And
What
you
is
can
an
look-
eye mask, actually? Is it
a sleep mask, just, that blocks out
wear
the
on
light.
airplanes or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing. And because the adhesive is a bit sticky, I actually use a medical tape so I don't mess up the sleep mask. Yeah. So I put the patch on that.
On the outside of the outside of the mask, on your eye.
Inside.
I wear it on the outside. I know Kai wears it on the inside. I wear it on the outside. So do what's comfortable for you. You can try whatever you like. But carnosine is great for eye health.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Zena, you can unmute yourself.
Hi guys, yeah, just on the same topic of the eyes. I was talking with somebody this week who came to us maybe 5-6 weeks ago, and it was eyes. So she has eye issues. One was wet and the other one just went wet like 2 months ago. So the one that was wet was really aggressive, and the other one was just starting. So like you guys said, it was carnosine and Eon and glutathione and X39. And the reason we did that, which we wouldn't normally do, was because of her situation. You know what I mean? It wasn't, wasn't where she was anywhere excited about it. Let's put it that way. So anyway, I was talking to her. So she went back this week to see her eye doctor, and for the first time, and she cannot remember how long, that wet eye that's aggressive was the same. So that was huge. She was really, really excited about that. And the other one that had only just gone wet, that eye was getting better. So I just wanted to sort of add that to it. So, seems to be eye morning.
Thanks, Zena.
No problem.
I've heard of
Yeah,
that
and-
situation, and that can be pretty scary. So I'm really happy to hear that there was a subtle change for that person. Yeah, keep doing the carnosine tonight. Yes, someone's trying to speak.
Hi, this is Jana.
Jana,
this is
yes.
Jana.
Go ahead, Jana.
Hi. I have I don't know, I don't think it's considered a medical condition, but anyway, some dark spots in my eye that I, when I look up at the sky or on something white, and they had gotten really black. And I started using the eye mask with the patches, and now it's dispersed and it's sort of gray, and it's more general. It's not in a specific spot. So I was pretty excited to see that it's starting to dissolve with what's happening here. Hello?
Oops, I was muted. Thank you, Jana. Thank you for sharing.
Okay.
Thank
sure.
you. Wonderful stories.
Oh,
We have.
I have actually, if you have one more second, I
Yes.
have an amazing story about a friend of mine has a son who is autistic. He's 17 now, and he actually gets very hyperactive before bedtime. So I went over there to tell them about the patches and demonstrate some things, and we put an Eon on his body. I don't even know where his mom put it, and he just went to sleep. And he gets usually they have a hard time getting him to bed. So that was a beautiful experience to see.
Thank you, Jana. I think what we're learning here is that you can't go wrong. You just, even if you don't have, quote, the right patch that you think is the, quote, best patch for a particular condition, use what you have, because the body
Right.
is amazing. The body's amazing. And this light therapy works. It just works. It's just wonderful. Thank you. I think we have another minute.
Michelle, I think we have somebody in the 928 area code that maybe can't raise their hand because they're on their
Oh.
phone.
Oh, that was me. That was
Oh, was
me.
that you? Okay, great. Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks,
Good, okay.
Gregory, for seeing that. Okay. So, is there anyone else? We have maybe a minute or two left. Is there anyone that has a share or a question? And if not, we'll turn it over to Robin and Gregory to talk about tonight. Oh, Mary, yes. We'll end with Mary. Go ahead, please, Mary.
I had gotten a sticker about 5 years ago on the ball of my foot, which has been very painful. So I finally thought, go to the doctor. So I went to the foot doctor and she did not think it was a sticker. And so she aggressively trimmed the callus, and that just made my foot feel worse than anything. And I thought, after suffering one day, I thought, well, what the heck? Try an ice wave. And so I asked Anne Marie for how to apply it. And I did. I put the brown patch on the actual pain and the white one on the top of my foot where I thought it was the best location. And that was a couple days ago. And I haven't put another ice wave on, and my foot feels so good.
Oh, boy. How wonderful.
Thank you, Mary.
Michelle, I have something I want to share before I turn it over to Robin to talk about tonight. And I came up with a new acronym for health and wellness. It's PLP, Patches, Love, and Prayers. And with that said, I'd like to ask everyone to send some love and prayers. We have one of our fellow teammates, Rashid Hakwani, who is now on life support with COVID. He's a very hardworking man up in Canada, probably too hardworking. He's worked so hard, he probably hasn't taken as good a care of himself as he should have. So we could just take a moment of silence and just think in terms of sending love, light, and prayers to Rashid Hakwani, that he might have a miraculous healing and turnaround and reestablishment of all his bodily functions, that he's no longer needs life support, and he comes out the other end healthy and whole. So we're sending you love and prayers, Rashid, and holding you in our hearts. Amen. And okay, Robin, I'll turn it over to you to talk about tonight.
Well, we have a lot to celebrate, you guys. Tonight we're going to be highlighting the spring sprinters, and those of you that have over 50 points, there's a bunch of you. We'd love you to be on our call tonight and share your secrets of success. You know, we always like to say success leaves clues, and we want to hear from you. And so we don't know who everyone is, but we have a sense of most of you. So we'll be reaching out. And then we're also going to celebrate Connie Lucas again. Isn't that wonderful? She actually made it to executive director, which is very significant. You don't hear a lot of people making it at that level. It's 50,000 points, and she's got this amazing team. She's an incredible leader, so she's going to be on sharing tonight. We also will be talking about this afternoon. Marilyn King is doing her debrief call for those of you that engaged in this Jumpstart. That's at 3 p.m. Pacific on mascarizoom.com. I should have just put Live Younger Chat, but I didn't. So it's mascarizoom.com, and that's in the Facebook group. And then this week on Friday in the 30 Minutes of Wisdom, we have Bob Berg. And many of you know who he is. Michelle's very happy about that. Yeah. He authored the whole series called The Go-Giver, and tremendous wisdom and a wonderful story about the principles of life is you get more when you give. And he'll be on Friday. So you feel free to invite friends. It's not a business call. It's a wonderful story. And Bob's going to talk about the 5 stages of stratospheric success. So you'll be, that's Friday morning. Okay. And you can look up gogiver.com. It's a whole movement. There's a whole series of books. They're all over the world. He's been a bestseller. There's, close to 1 million out there. So it's wonderful that we have Bob with us on Friday. Anything else, honey?
No, I think that doesn't.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Well, great. If everyone wants to unmute and say hello, goodbye. What a wonderful, happy Monday.
Yes.
And so delighted.
Goodbye.
We got to keep meeting
you.
like this.
We have to keep meeting like this. Yes, Gregory. Happy
everybody.
Oh,
Yes.
Monday.
Bye.
So,
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
have a great week.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Giver again, is that correct?
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yes, a go-giver.
Thank you.
Bob Berg. Bye, everyone.
Bye.